Grand Rising. I hope this sound is okay. I'm walking, but it's windy. So if the sound is off, please make a comment and let me know it's too windy, and I'll stop filming until I get back in the house. I don't want to waste my time talking if you can't hear me clearly. So I figured I'd do this talk while I'm on my walk. Okay. So for my regular subscribers, y'all know who I am. For the new people watching my channel, um, my name is Grounded Dolphin. I made this channel to document the progression of my spiritual awakening, meaning my spiritual awakening journey, sorry. Meaning like anything that I experience on my journey right now walking. So initially I started this because I wanted to talk to y'all about crystals and plant medicine. And because of the crystals and the plant medicine, I was privy to memories in my Akashic records that geared me towards the legal system. So there's like a blend of magic, spiritual awakening, um, money, finance, corruption, and law. So basically, everything I am. Ugh, I'm recovering right now from, I was getting some kind of a flu, and uh, I don't know what was going on, but I was breaking out in hives and just nauseous and dizzy. It was just weird. I know that my husband's coworkers were all sick with COVID, so I don't know if he brought something home to me, but I'm doing better now, and he's now getting sick. So I'm trying to be out um, in nature as much as I can so that I can heal myself. You can heal faster being outside than you can inside. But anyway, that was the background on how I got here. One second. So, um, shut up. Okay, I passed the dogs now. So, to begin on my legal journey, I was a teenage parent, a teenage mom, before teen mom got to be popular. So, I had my child when I was 13 years old, and because of that, my mother tried to get custody of her because she felt as though I was too young to be a mom. That is how I got into law. So at 15 years old, I was representing myself in family court. My first case, I lost. The second one, I won. The third one I lost. The next three ones I won. The next one after that I lost. So all this shit was doing was teaching me, giving me the experience of how the law can work for you and against you, and how corrupt the judges and lawyers are. So my high school teachers saw how, is it vigilant or diligent, whichever word I'm thinking about, with studying the law. So I had one teacher who gave me a legal book out of his library. He said, take this book home, read the whole book. He said, you're not going to understand nothing in here, but read it. Bring it back when you're done. This book had a good 3,000 pages in it. I brought this book back a month later, and he said, you finished the book that quick? And I said, yeah, I don't know what I read though. He was like, don't worry about it. Best advice I ever got in my fucking life. So my all my teachers in high school saw how serious I was about the law and how aggressive I was. So I ended up getting a full ride scholarship to Georgetown University to study law. But I have lupus, so I end up getting sick, having an operation, and my doctor's telling me I had to drop out of school. So that shit didn't work out. But the information I read in that law book is, here we come into this story right now. So I had gotten into an altercation with my daughter's father, and he ain't like how I was talking to him, so he started to strangle me. So he strangled me until I was about to black out. Now, right before I blacked out, I remembered I had my hammer on me. So I kind of kicked him in the dick a little bit to like try to get him to like just jerk a little bit. So he did that, and I started swinging on him with the hammer and shit. So he got hit with the hammer and shit a lot. So I end up calling the police because he strangled me, and they locked my ass up. So hold on, I'm about to cross the street. Fuck, all these people here now. This is crazy. This ain't even a road. Come on, cop. You taking too long. So they put me in the paddy. I mean the back of the car and shit. I don't like that touching your head to put you in the car and shit. That shit make you feel like a real criminal. So anyway, I'm going to jail. Um, I get a lawyer. The lawyer is like 75 years old. He did not ask me anything. We're in front of this judge, and this lawyer is just trash. So I said to the judge, I want to fire him and represent myself. And the judge said, I wouldn't advise you to do that. I said, I know, but let's just do what I want since it's my life I'm fighting for. So he agreed. But he made the lawyer sit with me the whole time in case I got myself into a jam I understand. So I end up getting the prosecutor to drop the charges down from attempted murder to assault with a deadly weapon. And once I was able to do that, this is all because of this book that my teacher made me read and told me don't worry about it if I don't understand it. Look at how life worked. So I go into this argument with the judge and I say, I could prove to you that it wasn't assault with a deadly weapon. I said, I hit him with the smooth part of the hammer, not the sharp part of the hammer in the back. And then I demonstrated how would a blow to that nigga would have entailed if I had hit him the other way. I can't believe this shit worked, but it did. So I got to do a meeting with the prosecutor when he saw that shit work. He wanted to do a plea bargain. So I said, I'll plead no contest. I'm going to plead no contest to these charges. And so they both agreed. I mean, the prosecutor agreed and the judge agreed. And I got put on probation for 10 years. 10 years of probation. And the probation was, and I quote, you cannot own a hammer for 10 years. You cannot purchase a hammer. You cannot use a hammer. You cannot have a hammer inside your residence. You cannot be associated with hammers. It was crazy. The detail that this judge put into my access to hammers, it was outrageous. So so I was like, all right, whatever, whatever. And I would say 7 years later, I had forgot about my the instructions on what it is exactly I'm supposed to be not doing with the hammer. So I went to go buy a hammer, and my daughter was with me, and she was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "I need to fix the joint in the bathroom or something." And she said, "Well, you can't buy no hammer." I was like, "What? Oh yeah." So I didn't have any hammer in my place of living or existing for 10 whole fucking years. And I swear to God, when that 10th year hit up, I bought me 4 hammers. That shit felt so good. But I'm just telling y'all that to tell you, you do not need a lawyer. I promise you, I promise you. The lawyer that you have other clients. Would you say that's a fair statement? The lawyers that you use have other clients that they're representing. So if I got a case and I'm fighting for my life, but you got, let's say you got 3 other clients when you know they be having like 40 or 20. You got 3 other clients. How are you focusing your attention on me? How are you doing the investigation on my case? You're not. Unless you're a big law firm, and that only works when you got money. How many of y'all drug dealers put out 50 grand for a lawyer and y'all ass still go to jail? Or they make you make a plea? Why am I paying somebody 50 grand for them to tell me to tell them that I'm guilty? And you keep doing it. Y'all keep doing it. Y'all keep going to jail, knowing you don't have to go to jail. The last time I was locked up was, I want to say, the fall of 2011. It was a vehicular assault charge, I think. Whatever, however you do that shit. Anyway, I got off of that too. But um, I just, it's just real simple to read the law, what's allowed, what's not allowed, and just proceed accordingly. My sister just got herself in a little situation, and she called me to ask me the details of the situation. And I said, "Why your lawyer ain't called me? Why your lawyer ain't called me? You doing your lawyer job? You got a whole fucking lawyer, and you doing his job, and you paying him. So that should just be irritating me. Y'all be cracking me up when y'all be having lawyers, but still calling me, asking me shit. The wrong person is gonna fuck it up for everybody. I promise you. I promise you. I'm gonna get tired of helping y'all correct y'all shit. Hold on, this phone might go out for a second. Cold sparkling water's thirsty. Fuck, stupid floor. I'm gonna start bringing me a thermostat, so when I go on my walks, I don't have to stop in these stores to get something to drink. But anyway, um, some of the questions y'all have about y'all legal cases, you can just research the question on your own. Stop waiting for your lawyers to respond. And you do know, if at any point you feel like your lawyer is not properly representing you, you can have your lawyer fired. You can undo everything your lawyer done by filing a notice in court saying that you um what is it basically, you would be filing a motion in court saying that you have had ineffective counsel, and you either want to represent yourself or have the judge set aside the ruling until you can seek proper representation or represent yourself. That shit's important. So I hope I made that clear so y'all know it. He took the deal. What the fuck? For accessory? See, and that's another thing. They they'll have y'all taking a plea for, like you just said, accessory to committing murder. But what's the details of that shit? Because when they threaten you, people is always around me. The threat is to scare you. The threat is to scare you. They don't have no fucking jurisdiction over you. But something so small as the jurisdiction over you, y'all not getting. So that's why I'm trying to tell y'all other ways to help yourself. Also understand that I'm about to go up this hill, so I might be out of breath. Hold on. Everybody is not a messenger for you. You're not going to receive the information the way it's supposed to be received from every single body you hear it from. So, I need some water. Fuck. Hold on. Whew, let me sit myself down. Okay. Let me read these because I was walking, so I ain't seen none of this. All right. Wow. Right. That shit crazy. Damn, man. And y'all paying thousands and thousands of dollars to not receive services. All right. This is another thing I want to tell y'all. Until the plea deal is signed, you can always renegotiate or don't even accept the deal. I appreciate you. I want y'all to understand that deeply. You can absolutely decide to change your mind when it comes to a plea arrangement. I'm about to go in the store and get me something to drink. Um, so somebody told me that they agreed to take the deal and they'll have the deal signed in a few weeks. So if you have a space in between you agreeing to something and you signing the agreement, there's a opportunity to cure. You don't have to do that shit. You can reassess. I have I've used myself and my son as lab rats for all this shit. We literally went into court and this was his supposed to be sentencing. They was trying to give him 5 years. So he had to prepare himself to go to jail for 5 years on this bogus ass charge. And I'm like, damn, I've taught my son better than this. He know better than this. But when he gets in court, he like, fuck that shit. He said, Mom, I trust you so much. But I watched the episode of Law and Order. And when the mom represented her son, he went to jail for life. So everything that we go over before we go to court, he'd be like, fuck that. And then he just take he just listen to what they be telling him and shit. And so I had to go behind his back and get everything done. And he be out in like 2 hours. It's just a mess, but yeah. Um, his lawyer, one of his lawyers, one of the times he was locked up, um, she said, there's no way I'm gonna get you off this charge. The prosecutor said this, that, and the third. I said, so you don't know how to get him off of that by this information? She said, there's no way he can get off on that. And I said, so then you don't want to be his lawyer? She was like, Mr. Ward, can I speak to you alone? I said, no, you can't. So she had a whole attitude. But at the end of that day, the judge did what I said. So I had to go around his fucking lawyer and say, oh, in open court, that's not how that's going to go. There has not been one iota of an investigation into his allegations. You can't fucking lock somebody up having never done an investigation to prove the allegations or disprove them. He walked out of court that day. Um, I don't have a time where my son has not walked out when I came to court and handled his business. So this shit is not hard, y'all. I promise you. You just have to know the law. They only have to make one mistake. They just got to make one mistake. You only need them to make one mistake. That's it. Something as simple as the spelling of your name. The spelling of your name. If that shit, if you write your name in all lowercases and they have all caps, that's not you. If there's an E instead of an A, that's not you. If there's a miss instead of a missus, that's not you. Like, you don't understand.